Alright, so welcome back to part 3 of our introduction. This is our third and final video, just introducing the guitar. We've gone over the rules, we've gone over the parts of the guitar. If you haven't seen those 2 videos, go back and watch them. And now we're going to talk about how to hold the guitar. Now there are several different ways to hold the guitar, if you're standing, if you're sitting, if you're playing classical, if you're doing different stuff. But we're going to talk about just kind of a common way that we're going to hold it in class. Because it's a comfortable way to hold when you're sitting in a chair and when you're playing this style of guitar. Okay, it's kind of a more modern approach where the guitar is going to be flat and level. There are classical people who play it like this, and there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, that's a really great way to play. But just because this is very stylistic, we're going to keep it right here so that we can play a lot of different kinds of styles in a comfortable way. So this is how we're going to hold it. Now, I'm left-handed. Most people are right-handed, but all of my left-handed guitar people say, "Oh, Mr. Potter, but I'm left-handed. I'm supposed to play it the other way." Now, some people do, but I'm not going to let you do that because I don't want to condemn you to a life of always looking for guitars that you can't play. I'm left-handed too. Now, don't tell any of the right-handed people this, but look, this is my left hand, and this is my right hand. Left hand, right hand. I think us left-handers have an advantage if we play the guitar the regular way. Okay, so speaking of, let's start. First things first, head and neck. Head and neck must face the left. If you don't know the difference between your left and right, you can do this simple thing. Now again, it may be backwards on the video like everything else I'm doing, but if I look at this from my perspective, this looks like it's making a capital L. It probably looks backwards to you. So that's my left. My left hand should go underneath the neck, not on top, but underneath, because the head and the neck are heavy, and if I let go of the guitar, it wants to fall down, so I'm going to pick it back up. That's why your hand goes underneath the guitar to balance it out. My right hand goes over the body. So left hand under, right hand over. And when we're playing the guitar, your elbow should be approximately on the corner of the guitar up here, at kind of like a 45-degree angle coming down. Now, depending on the size of your arm and the size of your guitar, your hand may land different places, but we're kind of shooting for the sound hole. That's kind of our target. Now, this is kind of a small guitar for me, so if I really stretch my arm, it'd end up here. Your arm may be shorter, it'd end up back here. But as long as we're kind of in this general vicinity and our arm is free to kind of swing and tick-tock here at the elbow, we are good. So head and neck to the left, left hand under, right hand over, about the sound hole with our elbow resting on the corner. Okay, we're not going to play Johnny Cash style, even though, you know, we all love Johnny Cash. We're not shooting from back here. Okay, we're not playing from underneath. We're not doing any of these other crazy things that I've seen, or crazy ways other people play, you know, this kind of stuff. We're just going to keep it nice and easy right here. And then we're also going to set the curve of the guitar, of the body, on our right leg. Okay? Again, some of the classical people play it this way, and that's fine. But for us, right now, we're going to keep it over our right leg. You might have to kind of point your toes, lift your knee up to keep it level. Depending on what size chair I'm sitting on, I do that. Sometimes I still do that instinctually. But the guitar is going to sit over your right leg with your left hand under and your right hand over, strumming. And then last thing, do not play to the ceiling. What I mean is, most of us, when we are used to seeing the guitar, we see this. And so when we play it, we think we need to see this. And so we keep bending over and we keep looking at it until we see it. And we're like, oh yeah, we got it now. But have you ever seen anyone play the guitar like this? No, that's not how you play the guitar. When you're playing, you actually just see this, which is kind of weird. You don't actually see much of what's happening here. You see this. So when I'm holding it, I want to play to the audience. That means my sound hole is facing you, my audience. This is who's listening to me. There aren't chairs on the ceiling normally. They're usually in front of you when you're on stage. So when you're playing, you want that sound going out towards your audience. So one last time. Curve over your right leg, left hand under, right hand over, sound hole facing your audience, ready to play. All right. Now that we have that, we can start working on fretting, making notes, and making songs. All right, I'm excited. Let's get started.